Hey, hey, it's a special day. Official Lovejoy has come our way. With open arms, we're here to say, welcome to the vibe, come join the play. Oh, Official Lovejoy, you're the real deal. Spreading love and light, that's the appeal. You bring the magic, you set the tone. With you around, we never feel alone. Step into the spotlight, take a bow. You're the queen of the moment, own it now. The party's just begun, the vibe's on high. With Official Lovejoy, the limit's the sky.
Love.
This heart has wings.
He was my life outside of work.
Everything he said was just so sweet.
I just want to hug him and have him hold me. Like, I just want to hug him so bad.
Every single day he was saying something that would touch my heart.
I was like a fish. That hook was so far down in my belly.
He's an evil bastard. He is such an evil bastard.
I sold jewelry. I sold investments.
I gave him $2.8 million.
Romance scamming, a global crime wave that surged during our loneliest months of the pandemic, wiping out more than $300 million from American bank accounts in 2020.
Hello, baby. Can I have it?
To find out where some of that money went, we'll track down these tenacious sweet talkers halfway around the globe.
How much money has Michael sent you so far?
More than 10K.
More than $10,000.
And learn how they've perfected their insidious 1-2 punch. Before taking your money,
Sweet words.
they steal your heart.
It's all part of love. And sometimes love hurts.
So we're right, guys?
Right.
Right. Yep. Okay.
Sun-drenched Florida. With all its wealth and retirees, it's what you might call a target-rich environment for romance scammers.
Okay. Do you want to put on your glasses just in case?
Oh, we ready?
Okay, we're rolling.
I've never been married, but I've dated, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to finally meet somebody.
After Lou died, I couldn't sleep well.
You know, after a divorce, you're feeling very lonely.
It's like, you know, if I'm going to try marriage, I better get going because I'm 68 years old.
So I signed up on Facebook Dating, and a half hour after I signed up, I met Damien. He says he lives just the next city over. He's an orthopedic surgeon, and we're the same age.
He tells Susan he's on a 4-month UN peacekeeping mission in Yemen. From his photos, he's fit and slightly graying.
He's very handsome. He's very flirty. I thought, okay, I can flirt. This is fun. He tells me, I'm really extremely grateful for having you in my life. Spending time with me drowns out all of the other concerns and lights up my life.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Is this your journal that you kept
Yes.
all the conversations you had?
Yeah, I wrote everything down.
So you were keeping a journal of what you thought was possible relationship that you're going to have with this
Right. My heart really was overtaking my brain completely. I thought about him constantly. Every time the little ding ding on Google Hangouts, I would grab my phone.
When Eric and I started writing, it filled up that hole. He listened to me. It was a great healing thing for me.
He was just so romantic. He'd write me love poems.
Every single day, he was filling that void in my heart. That was my broken heart.
He is completely and totally crazy about me and wants to be with me every single day. It's like, who doesn't want that?
But only 2 weeks later, she senses trouble.
I wake up Monday morning and there's no videos, no quotes, there's nothing. So I send him a message. I don't know why I haven't heard from you. I hope you're okay. And I have been stressing now the entire day. Is he alive? Is he dead? I don't know.
The following morning, Susan finally gets a message that begins with 6 crying emojis.
He said to me, we were under attack. There were guys that came into the compound. One guy was shot. I really want to get out of this place. I'm scared for my life. He then tells me some of his colleagues paid their contract off, and he said, I can pay him $30,000 and I can then go home. You know, you and I are a couple. We're in this together. He said, I thought if maybe you could pay half, he goes, that would be great.
It's so embarrassing, but it was close to $300,000.
$1,080,762.
$2.8 million.
More than 6,400 Americans say they were scammed after visiting dating websites.
The rise of romance scams and our increasing ease with online dating go hand in hand. More than 44 million Americans went on dating sites last year, giving scammers plenty to work with. But victims are also being targeted on social media.
A 69-year-old Sarasota woman will soon lose her house after falling victim to an online dating scam.
The median loss of a victim in 2020 was $2,500. But for victims 70 and older, it was nearly 10 grand. With arrests rare and recovering money practically unheard of, romance scammers operate with near impunity. But every so often, there's a high-profile bust that provides a window into this murky underworld. Earlier this year, in a case that's still pending, U.S. law enforcement charged 6 alleged ringleaders of a massive cybercriminal enterprise that included romance scamming, based in the West African country of Ghana. Ghana is booming. Its economy is one of the fastest growing in the world. Big name companies like Google and Twitter are planting headquarters here to take advantage of an English-speaking population that's young, tech-savvy, and ambitious. But those same traits have also made Ghana a hotbed for romance scammers. That's why I've come, to track them down and to understand how they've turned online seduction into a thriving criminal industry. One that's even made its way into the country's music scene.
Okay, recess.
What was the music video you're shooting here? What is it about?
Oh, it's a story about a lady who is very beautiful that kind of like uses her appearance to lure people online.
Meet Boss Bouncy, the man behind the song Ghana Scammer.
She'll make you fall too deep in love and kind of like dupe you and then take up your money.
So she's a gold digger and a scammer.
Yeah, it's not good.
Is scamming big in Ghana?
Oh, I think it's been in the news. It's been on the radio. It's been online. So, yeah.
So would you be able to, you think, introduce us to some people that you know, or is that not something you feel
No,
comfortable with?
I don't think people will really feel comfortable telling you they know someone that's coming. That's the honest truth that I can tell you.
But before I leave, Boss Bouncy offers a little tip. He tells me when scammers get paid, they like to celebrate, have a few drinks. Hi, good evening. You work here? The clubs and pool halls of Accra, Ghana's capital.
Do you mind if I just go up the stairs and see and then I'll come right down?
Could be the perfect places to hear things that shouldn't be heard.
Okay, here's our guy. The guy that's going to stop and tell me. Hi. Okay, so you're the man to know here.
I'll just go in the street until just pass you.
I know, and I practically stopped you.
After a bit of hustle, I finally meet a guy who says he can help.
I'll call one of the guys.
Awesome.
Then we'll see what we can do.
I'll text you.
Okay.
Later in the night, I get a message telling me to go to a certain address and to talk to the man playing pool.
Hi.
Hi.
So, I know you don't want me to call you by your real name, so what should we call you?
You can call me Odo.
Odo. Okay, what does that mean?
It means love.
Love?
Yeah.
So, you know why we're here.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit what you do?
I do the romantic count here.
So, how many women have you scammed?
More than 22 men. I've scammed people from the States, people from Canada, people from Germany, Holland, Singapore.
Finally, I found the scammer.
What was your first fake name?
Maurice Jackson.
Morris Jackson?
Yeah. I started way back, in the year 2008.
I'm in Accra, Ghana, one of the epicenters of romance scamming. This man, Odo, tells me he was introduced to scamming by a friend and instantly saw success.
I was talking to a white woman. She was from Canada. I wasn't using my real picture. I was using one model.
Pretending it was you.
Yeah, he's a very handsome guy. Any woman that would see that guy's picture will fall in love with him.
The story Odo faked is a favorite of romance scammers. Work sent him to Ghana, but since no one took American Express here, he couldn't buy anything and needed cash.
She'll be like, how much you need? The moment she commits by sending money for the first time, that means she's a very good client.
Clients, that's what they call victims.
And so the first time you ever received money was $300
$300, yeah.
from that Canadian.
Yeah.
And how much money do you think you made from this?
More than $30,000 out of that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was chatting about 5 clients at the same time. It's all like a script. So I just copy and paste to them.
These are scripts that
Yeah, scripts. Yeah.
You buy them?
Yeah, I buy them.
These scripts are almost like choose your own adventure books, except the scammer chooses your adventure, the romantic plot you'll follow, based on the answers you give and the type of person he thinks you are.
I wanted a person to travel with. He loved doing that. He wanted to show me the world.
He was going to be leaving for about a month to go to the Far East to move hardwood trees from Malaysia to India.
Normally when we start, I just have to pretend as if I'm from the States. But I will move in the next 2-3 weeks to West Africa. It will be like, that would be, they'll have to...
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay talking with people
Yeah.
coming in?
He's taking a risk speaking with me. The wrong person listening could mean trouble.
Got a little nervous
Yeah.
because there are people looking. I could see your eyes. You were nervous about who got in and what they're listening.
Yeah, it's those 2 guys that entered that I don't know. I'm putting so much risk into what I'm doing. I have a boss. He's a very rich person. He has a lot of boys working for him.
Really? And what, do you pay him a percentage of what you make?
The boys will go online, find clients, when they get to know they have good clients, they push it to him, and then he look out.
Wow. This is news to me. I'd assume romance scammers worked as lone wolves, but he tells me it's more like a pack with an experienced boss who knows how to go in for the kill.
He's like a finisher. He's the person that
he's a
finishes.
finisher, yeah.
It's the finisher who often writes the scripts and takes over the transaction once their victim is ready to pay. Only a small percentage goes to frontline scammers like Odo.
Do you think I could meet a finisher?
They won't.
Why?
They won't. They will never do what I'm doing.
So you wouldn't be able to talk to your boss, to the finisher, about me, right? Because that would put you in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, so this person is still in the game. He's still
Yes.
scamming.
He's still in the game.
I'm driving with a local journalist who's been reporting on these scams for years. He's putting me in touch with a scammer he knows in Kumasi, about 150 miles from Accra. He says the dangers Odo mentioned are real. That's why he doesn't want his identity revealed.
You talk about scamming in Ghana, it's huge. So any attempt by anyone to want to, unravel anything, get inside, you could be putting your life at risk.
Tell me more about the person we're meeting.
Right, so he goes by the name of the Punisher.
The Punisher?
The Punisher. He has this one other person, he works with. He told me that there's a place that they actually rent out whenever they have to have a video with a client. He's quite secret in his dealings. They get worried, trying to protect their business.
I have no idea what to expect as I walk up the stairs of this upscale apartment building. Instead of the armed men and pat-down that I'm used to, I'm invited into a living room.
Sweetheart, I can see you. Oh, there you are.
Where it looks like a romance scam is in full swing.
So beautiful. Thank you. Mwah.
He's gonna fix it.
Left on I think 16 minutes ago.
Are you calling somebody? What if they answer?
Hey, sweetheart.
I'm in Ghana, watching two romance scammers at work. He calls himself the Punisher, and she is Miami Queen.
Mwah. I missed you.
And to my surprise, they're scamming men, not women.
How long has it been, baby? Been a while, right?
Yeah, I know. But I told you I had problems with my phone, so.
I understand. I still love you.
Sweetheart, let me go and take a shower, okay? I'll call you when I'm done, yeah? Don't go anywhere. Just wait for me. We're done.
So what just happened here? You were started to call somebody, right?
Yeah.
And then when he accepts, if it's a video, you pass it on to her?
Yeah.
When you're communicating, he thinks he's communicating the whole time with her,
Yeah.
but he's communicating with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just...
Mine is just to look beautiful and make him feel sweet, how much I love him.
Most of romance scamming is messaging, just typing. But they've rented a space tonight for these occasional video calls, hoping to satisfy their clients.
How many people do you guys know that are scammers?
A whole lot of people. We have friends, commerce.
Like dozens, hundreds?
Dozens.
All your friends are doing it?
Yeah.
I have friends who are rich, very rich.
They've built houses, big cars.
Everybody's making money.
Wiring money, gift cards, or straight up cash are preferred. But payment in Bitcoin is also becoming popular.
I'm a female. I'm using the profile of a female.
So you're pretending to be a woman and scamming
I'm
men?
pretending to be a woman.
It's easier to get money from men, he says. And there's simply more men using online dating sites. And yet, back in the States, far fewer men than women report being victims.
And this person you're talking to, Michael, has no idea that you're actually a man in Ghana.
Yes. I started falling in love with him. Not for intercourse or whatever it is, but, I felt for him.
Right.
Michael is a kind-hearted. I think Michael has been too good to me.
How much money has Michael sent you so far?
More than 10K.
More than $10,000. For what? What do you say?
Renting, apartments, school fees. Michael knows I'm schooling here in Ghana.
Wow.
Okay, so I do this.
Are you actually calling him?
Yes.
Where is he?
Virginia.
Oh.
So Michael is not online.
Oh, okay.
No dice. But had Michael picked up, he would have seen this video recording of a young woman.
This video will play when you answer the call.
But if you talk, it doesn't match.
She's not talking. You see, she's typing.
Oh my God, wow. So you have the video and then you're just typing?
Yes.
Where did you get this video?
You buy it online.
Oh, you buy it?
Yeah.
Like scripts, these videos are part of a scammer's professional toolkit, an underground industry unto itself.
Hey, hey, honey. Hey, sweetheart. I love you. Hi. I missed you.
I keep watching them through the night, but no money has come in, not even from Michael. So they say it's time to take it to the next level.
The scammer is not really moving. If you're not adding black magic, this is what I do. I print a picture of Michael and Michael's name and present it to the priest. The priest will use the picture to tune Michael's mind. That whatever I ask Michael, Michael has to provide it to me.
Black magic. The Punisher will take us to the woman who will put a love spell on Michael. One that will fill his heart and empty his wallet.
Nana, me escape from Michael Honum. I am a man. See, maybe and some we carry any phone me any picture. And the account there, but send a bear waiting in which one they are then. Send a bear, the new son be waiting then.
They call her Nana, a title of high respect in the local language. She plays a vital role in a homegrown black magic-infused scamming culture called Sakawa. It links traditional West African rituals and blessings to the God-given fortunes of cyber fraud, the kind aimed at foreigners in far-off lands.
Akwaba, Maki no country best.
Oh, US, Virginia, attach me do, but an antonym to send it before.
Scammers like the Punisher are often called Sakawa boys, and today he really needs her powers to work.
Because I'm also pay free in chain.
Me be signed for 20K.
Now, what's your friend saying?
Edian odi ni me there, a friend me Malisa.
The bosom ne kanyina obi do wa no ma wade said the shasana me catch. Se me kwana makel e was ka bro e ska na apene so me gia ma enu sa so a me for so makel e ma na bo besia e ma se pete on ko hye ne ho ahoma what you say.
Yes.
So you think that now that you've met with the priest, you're going to receive the money?
Exactly. I'm going to receive the money not less than 2 weeks.
How much money have you made, you think, from scamming?
More than $20,000, more than that. The black magic, it works perfectly. Yeah.
$20,000 is a lot of money, especially in Ghana. But it's pocket change compared to what some of the bigger operators are raking in. That's who I'm still trying to find. One of the alpha males of the scamming world. A figure known as the Finisher.
I think this is it. Yeah. So a lot of these romance scams are now being done by sort of larger criminal networks. And one of the leaders of one of these groups has agreed to meet us.
The groundwork for this meeting started back a week ago. My local producer had been digging and connected with a man named Pussycat, who claimed to be a finisher. We first met him without cameras on a rooftop in Accra. He said little. I could tell he was skittish. I left dubious that we would hear from him again. But to my surprise, yesterday he called and gave us this address up the coast.
Hi, I'm the journalist. You said I could come and meet you with your crew?
We're supposed to prove to somebody that we are American.
Okay.
So you need a document, a driving license, passport. Kirikou here is the best for me to get anything I want.
Oh, wow. Does she actually exist? A real person?
No, she doesn't exist.
To my right is Kirikou, the master of forged documents. If a client wants proof of anything, he's the man to go to.
It's a girl with the gold. I need to prove that she's in Singapore with the gold.
To his right is Prince. He's the hunter.
You're the first person in this. You start looking on different dating sites.
Yeah.
His talent, choosing the right bait while casting the widest net. Because there's a lot of different fish in the sea.
I will give you a photo based on how I see you. If I see that you are intelligent, I will find a very smart photo to give you.
Then comes the impersonator. He goes by the name Shadow.
I'll make the call.
Sort of like the actor, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, hi, James. How are you?
That's his voice when he scams men.
All right, honey. Bye.
And finally, the guy who brought me here, Pussycat.
And what is yours then?
I'm the final striker,
It's like the finisher.
the finisher.
At last, the finisher.
You start the goal of it all, which is getting
Yes.
the money.
Yes, because I'm enlightened more on the kind of format I should be giving them.
Format, he says. It's another word for script.
Initially, we used to copy and paste them,
Right,
but it could be that the person has received the same format from somebody.
right.
I'm going to write it so that it's going to differ.
So you don't need to copy and paste. You have it all in your
I
head.
have them here.
It's his long experience mining the psyche of clients that gives the finisher the insights to write these fake scenarios.
To know his ideology, to know how mature he is, and what I can do to let him understand that I'm real.
Whether you call them scripts or formats, they're the beating heart of the scam's multi-million-dollar industry.
As soon as you read the format, whatever I have in your account, you're going to pull it out.
You're that convincing?
Sure. Even you, if we want to scam you, we can do that.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we can talk to you for about 1 year without not asking you a dime.
We can even be sending you money.
Yeah, we can be sending you money.
We can be buying you gifts, food
We can
stuff.
buy gold and send it to you. So that will make you.
It's okay.
That's okay. What do you mean? You don't want him to say more?
Yes. Yeah.
Pussycat immediately cuts things off. But I get it. Small gifts might lure me to reciprocate with bigger gifts. and someday, maybe a cash loan.
This is how we do it.
Though they aren't willing to give out their formats, they let me listen in on a call.
In Texas?
Yeah.
And it's a man as well?
Yeah.
Yes, it's another male victim.
How old?
53.
I'm quickly realizing that targeting men is actually quite common here, even though we hear almost exclusively about female victims.
We mostly hunt for men. And we also have some hunters who are hunting for women.
They're all telling me the same thing. Not only do men have more money, they're much easier to fool.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? Hey, hi, Danny. How are you? How are you doing?
Why can't I see you?
I have a little problem with my camera.
That sucks.
Yeah, sorry, okay? Hey, what's up? I miss you.
But when are you coming out?
Okay, I'm gonna be up in like half an hour.
In a half hour, you're coming up. It'll take you an hour and a half to get here.
Asking you when are you coming up?
When do you want me to come there?
A month ago.
Okay, I know, but because of the coronavirus.
Oh, you have the virus now?
No. I don't have the virus personally, but it's in here in Africa.
Looks like someone has gone off script.
Hello? When do you want me to come there?
A month ago.
Okay, I know, but because of the coronavirus, it's in here in Africa.
Not in Africa, in the States.
I'm with a den of romance scammers in Ghana. They're working together to scam a man in Texas.
Hello?
But because they're juggling dozens of active clients, they briefly lose track of the script.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hurry up. I'm here.
I would like to come over like this weekend, but I don't have enough gas in my car, and I had to use that little box you sent me to get some little medications.
All right.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Love you.
I still don't understand how they explain their strange accents. But maybe they're right. Men looking for love are just easier to fool.
So in this format, it's an American girl willing to go see this person.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
is waiting for you and is sending you money to go and see him.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
His first name is James.
How much money has James sent?
$100.
$100, $100.
For gas. It's a new client.
And what does James think you look like?
Beautiful woman. I've been sending him videos too.
So it's not difficult to find photos and videos.
It is difficult because you may not know where to get them. And we are not going to tell you the sites you can get them.
Because that would ruin your business.
That is my strength. But I cannot do the graphic works. But Kirikou here is very good.
If you could have a job as an actual graphic designer, professional graphic designer, would you rather do that?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. But I have no job. I have nothing. I have a kid. I have a family. So working with a team, I get enough to take care of my family.
Volume, expertise, efficiency. Sure, they make mistakes.
Hello, baby. Can you hear me?
But with their strength in numbers, they can regroup, readjust, and scale up their romantic pursuits over and over and over again.
After he confessed, I felt so stupid. I had been a former Air Force intelligence officer. I had been a senior bank manager. I'd had legal training. I was running a company.
People say, don't send money to a stranger. Well, he wasn't a stranger by that point. This guy knew more about me than probably any man had ever known.
He texted me back one day and said, I'm a poor black man from Africa. My whole world just fell apart, completely shattered.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, how's it going?
It's great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Back in the States, I again meet up with Susan. She wants me to witness something she's been eager to do for quite some time.
Sounds like you've run into some questionable lovers.
She's enlisted the help of Ben Taylor, a scam buster who exposes many of their tricks on his popular YouTube channel.
Today we're going to talk about a scam that happens to you when you're online looking for someone to have a good time with.
He's part of a growing number of cyber vigilantes, disrupting the work of scammers. Some have been able to freeze assets, shut down their bank accounts, even hack into their computers.
So tell me a little bit about these folks that have reached out to you. How did it begin?
I signed up on Facebook Dating. I met Damien. After 2 weeks of chatting, he asked for $15,000 to help him get home.
Wow.
In fact, when I interviewed Susan before I left for Ghana, she told me that nearly every man she met online after Damien was also a scammer.
I met Ryan, and then I met Joe. And Joe and Kenny played their game very well. It's guy after guy after guy after guy. Probably 90% of them are fake.
Frustrated and fed up, she decided to fight back.
So you've talked to some of these gentlemen on the phone, is that right?
One calls me every morning and every evening. He thinks I'm going to go get $8,000 out of my bank and take it to the Bitcoin location.
Well, are you going to do it?
I'm going to pretend to do it.
Okay.
The scammer, named Paul, says he's working on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm doing some reverse image searches to see if I can find this guy anywhere. I haven't found anything yet. Oh, hold on. I think I've just found something. First thing that pops up is a David Hoffman, who's a lifting supervisor.
So you think the real guy is called David Hoffman and that this guy is using that photo?
I'm thinking there's a guy in Northern Ireland who has no idea that somebody else is using his picture.
I would agree.
Okay, so maybe we can try to find out who this guy is and where he's from.
Okay, so I'm just off work.
He wants to talk on the phone.
Yeah. All right, 1 second.
I can't wait to hear this guy's voice.
Okay, all right, here we go. Hello, honey. Honey, are you there?
Hello, baby. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm better now. I'm talking to you. Listen, I'm getting ready to head to the bank, okay?
You know what you need to do, right?
I do. And honey, I forgot. Why did you need the money? I forgot.
Yeah. So I told you about the equipment for held by custom. So I have to pay the clearance fee. That's why.
Right.
Yeah. So when you see me, what are you going to do?
Well, my first reaction will be to run up and give you a big hug and kiss. Mwah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Honey, can you hold just a second?
I think you're muted.
We might be able to see exactly where he is, but we need him to click on a link. What if we tell him that you're withdrawing the money right now and you're on your way to the Bitcoin machine? We could probably send him the link to a location, like a gas station or something where the Bitcoin machine is. And we can say, is this the place I need to go to deposit the money? And if he clicks on it, then I might have some information to give you.
Okay.
Okay, sent.
All right, now we all wait and pray that he's dumb enough to click on the link.
Oh my God. I'm sort of nervous. Are you?
Yeah. I feel like he's going to jump right out of it and grab us.
All right. Yeah. I just got a click. Let's go ahead and tell him that you are getting the money now.
Okay, sent.
All right, now we all wait and pray that he's dumb enough to click on the link.
I'm sort of nervous. Are you? Yeah. Right?
All right, I just got a click. He clicked it.
Both the FBI and the Secret Service can take on investigations, but rarely can they bring justice to American victims. That's why so many are turning to people like Ben, not only to search for their money, but with a craving to give these scammers a dose of their own medicine.
I've got all the information right here.
Are you ready?
Yes.
The scammer, named Paul, says he's working on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico.
The time zone in his phone is putting him in Accra, Ghana.
Wow.
Accra, Ghana, where the heck is that?
In West Africa, in Ghana.
According to a 2018 research paper, only Nigeria tops Ghana in housing the IP addresses of romance scammers. But since Ghana is only a seventh of Nigeria's population, one country is clearly punching above its weight.
All right, so I'm getting ready now to block him because we're done with him, right?
All we had was Paul's city, not his real name or address or anything that might lead to an actual bust. But still, Susan is clearly enjoying Ben's help.
Oh, it's Lucas. Okay, we'll talk to Lucas. Hi, honey.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to talk to you.
Aw.
Lots of criminals lie and steal, but a romance scammer's con is more intimate.
I love you, honey.
I love you too, sweetie.
Their payday depends on gaining the trust and affection of another human being.
I'll be waiting for you online.
I wonder if that leaves them more conflicted.
I love Michael. He's been so kind to me, since I met him.
I did believe the Punisher when he told me he'd fallen in love with his victim.
Do you think he'd be so sad if he found out that you were a man?
Yeah, everybody will feel sad if it happens to him or her, He might go through a lot to forget this, maybe he might commit suicide or something.
Mm-hmm. He didn't receive $20,000 from Michael, but they're still in an online relationship.
I just have to say this to be able to be free. It's something that I did that pains me so much. Anytime I think about it, I regret in doing it.
For Odo, seeing one of his victims evicted from her home actually made him leave the game.
I took $30,000 that she's using in paying me. It was a whole lot that I lied to her. It's a very sad thing. It's a very sad thing.
You have glasses on and we can't see very well, but I can. You're getting emotional talking about this?
Yeah. It pains me so much. Me remembering it pains me so much.
But Miami Queen sees no reason to feel remorse.
White people came to Africa when it was like Gold Coast, made us slaves and killed a whole lot of people.
It's a justification I've heard before.
So we feel like you guys owe us a lot.
Scams as reparations.
We need to survive. Africa needs to survive.
At the expense of other people's suffering.
Yes.
I wonder if you know how much harm you're actually inflicting on someone. In our case, we interviewed mostly women. And now it's difficult for them to find other people, to trust other people. Some of the people who lost millions of dollars.
I know all those kind of stories. It happens. It's not easy sleeping without food.
So it's easier to sleep with a guilty conscience than it is with an empty stomach.
Yeah, but everybody's finding a way to survive.
You will have to come here sometimes and help somebody get some fish. You go out and sell it to survive, else you won't eat the whole day.
Before I left Ghana, Pussycat wanted to show me a fishing village not far from where he grew up.
So what's the percentage of people, if they're born in a community like this, that they're able to get out of poverty?
It's very, 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 very minute. I mean, most of them are born here, they live here and they die here. Because there's no hope. When I come here, I see young girls and I've been telling them they should study hard. How do they buy those books? So sometimes we come and share books for them. These are potential national leaders. Yeah, so he wants to be a footballer.
A footballer.
The better about the player, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a good choice. Portuguese.
He wants to be a banker.
He wants to be a banker.
Yes, he wants to do a banker.
No one grows up wanting to become a romance scammer. It's a decision made out of desperation.
Okay, mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer.
Yeah, so you see, they have dreams.
But I also understand that people do what they have to do to survive and to provide for their families. That urge is universal. Maybe as universal as the search for love itself.